and in this new camera angle you had another area at the same place, which made you go to the other camera because the click was registered in both cases, and we used this kind of variable just to block the click. I'm not sure. I can show you. Let me show you. So you had, I don't know. It's really an old situation. I don't know if it would apply here, but let's say I have this, then I have another square. I will stay a bit abstract. I won't make a point and click before your eyes. Let's say I want to move Z order, okay, and I will do something like mouse event on click on object sprite. I will write something in the text box, purple. I will remove these ones, and if I click on the sprite 2, I will say blue, and I will add self.text blue and add a new line at the end. Do the same here, just so we register everything that happens. Purple, and that's all. So here what happened is I had an area in my in this point and click I've made. I had an area which was in a camera shot, and I was clicking on this block that led me to another area shot where there were another area to clickable area, which led me to a third camera. And with one click I triggered both area, because at the same moment the new object was going just behind my click and was triggering both. So I used this kind of trick to say something like click block, and do something like this. Here you can do the same here, and then I get it back to 0 here, and I will just remove everything here just to avoid bad interaction. So here I could stop, and here to model the camera change I could do something like destroy the purple one, and yeah. So here I change camera, and then I have the new camera. Anyway, you see that I hope there's a kind of even in the trigger, there's a, if I'm in the world of trigger here, both will be triggered one after the other. So at some point I have to control what happens with variables. But hopefully there's another mechanism to avoid having to create tons of control variables. For this example, let me okay. For this example, when you have two overlapping situation, actually you should test. I'm not sure this would happen. Let's see. Let's see if I remove this here, set it to position x minus 100 to put it out of the screen. But before let's just keep its x value somewhere here, copy, and when I click here, the sprite goes back. Passed. Okay, and then let's see if that happens. Let's put start of layout at the beginning. So here what should happen is I don't have the blue. I will destroy the, I will set the replace here. Okay, when I click, I put this one out of the way and I set this one just where it was here, and we'll see if it's to model the camera change. Blue. This is, oh yeah, purple. So yeah, you already saw the problem. I modeled the change in camera in a point and click, and I will have the same problem I had long ago. Here it's blue, but if I click on an area, then I change my camera and I have a new area underneath that appear, it will trigger both areas and I will reach the third camera. Or if I can put it another way, I start my game on camera 1. Here is go to cam 2. It's poorly designed. For changing camera, I would probably use one detectors and use its variables to change. But here it's just to show you the problem in itself. Camera 2 and then camera 3. Here. So here I'm cam 1 and I reach cam 3. I didn't open the string, so here I reach cam 2 since the area wasn't overlapping with the position of the camera, go to camera 3 object, but here I'm going directly to camera 3, so it's a problem. You need this variable system to avoid this problem. But here, when you are talking about a continuous event, you have a tool which really facilitates this kind of situation, which is the trigger once while true. And it does exactly what it says. It's as long as this event is true, should be evaluated when the flow reach it. As long as it is, it will just trigger the first time and then stop. You will have to make this event, this part of the event, the top part before the trigger once. You will have to make the top part of the event false to be able to reuse the event. Let me show you. Here, I will not remove this part, but just put it in a group, because I'm talking about fake camera change. I'm talking about two different things. I hope I'm not confusing you. And here I'm trying to capture Okay, so here I will text box set text to dead alive. So here I'm alive. I will collide with the spikes and blink, because this will only be triggered once. And to show you that it's the case, I will append the dead message to the text box. Live, dead. It only happens once. If the trigger once wasn't here, I would dead always. So I hope you really grasp the meaning of a state, which can be represented by a continuous event, something that is always true on more than one tick, and something that capture the change. Let me show you something else. Let's say I have a Lazarus button, a resuscitation button, or a Phoenix Tail, I believe, in Final Fantasy. Reborn or respawn. I don't know. Make it alive. Resuscitate. Okay. Don't know if it's the same word in English. Anyway, if I click on this button, unclicked, I will switch back to alive, to not death, rather. So I will set the death to false. False. So what happens? I will re-enable the trigger. So yeah, you see that if I'm going again on if I collide again with the spikes, I'm already dead, I don't die again. I resuscitate, I'm alive again, and then it reworks. So what it means is that you need to make this event false before being able to reuse it. And there's even something slightly how can I if you change the dead variable, you set it back to false, so this event should trigger. But if you set it again to true before this event is reached, this event won't trigger. This event have to detect at least once that it has been switched back to false before being reusable. For instance, if I do simply this, I switch to false and then to true, this event won't trigger. Bam. Won't trigger. So be really careful about this kind of situation. You really have to pass this event while dead is once again to false before being able to capture the new change. If the change happens before this event, you won't be able to capture the change. It's maybe really obvious, it may be not so obvious, but it's important to know this. Okay, so let me summarize. What is state? State is something that is always true. It's a continuous event. It's let me show you other states you can access. Maybe is playing. You have a default animation is playing. It's a state. You have